Welcome to Cruise Ports with Jonathan and Jennifer. Today we are in Manzanillo, Mexico. Today we're breaking down everything you need to know about this port, from where the ship docks to what to do, where to eat, where to go, and how to make the most of your day here in Manzanillo, Mexico.
Manzanillo sits in the center of Mexico in the state of Colima. On the coast, it is between Puerto Vallarta to the north and Acapulco to the south. Inland from it is Guadalajara or Mexico City. We hope you'll enjoy this tour of what we think is one of our favorite ports in all of Mexico. This part of Mexico has a tropical savanna climate with a dry, sunny season from November to May and that hot, humid, and wet season from June to October. Originally, it was the site for Spanish shipbuilding in the 1500s. It officially became a port for foreign trade in 1825, and it was named after the native manzanilla tree, which were used for construction. It's got a population of about 191,000 people, so it's a big city.
Welcome to Manzanillo, often called the Sailfish Capital of the world. And this is Mexico's busiest cargo port. But don't let that fool you, cruise ships come here too. If your cruise ship stops in the industrial port, there will be a bus that will bring you into the main city. It costs about $3, but worth it because you don't want to be stuck out in the industrial port. If you're lucky enough to dock right here in the heart of the city, you're going to get off right at the Malecon. You're going to know you're here because you've got the blue sailfish obvious and right in front of you. Beyond the cranes lies the city of twin bays, golden sands, beautiful Mexican culture, and a port that a lot of cruisers miss, their mistake. We're going to take you and show you around what to do when you get here and how to access the best of this port. First things first, most cruise ships are going to dock at the Muelle de Cruceros, the cruise ship port. That's where we are today on the Cunard Queen Mary 2, and that's where most cruise ships are going to be. You're right in the heart of town. If you have to take that shuttle into the main town, it's going to drop you in the city center. In Manzanillo, the city center is very walkable, but the city is spread out. So if you're going to get to a beach, or if you're going to go out to Zocalo, which we'll talk about in a minute, you probably want to get a taxi cab. Remember, taxi cabs, make sure you get a fare before you go and make sure you understand it's a total fare, not a per person fare. So let's talk about how to get around. The easiest way and the most prolific way is going to be with a taxi. And the taxis are plentiful, they're all around, and they will be parked right at the cruise port. So once you get off the ship and come down the pier, you will get right to taxis. I think this is a great way to go. Just make sure that you look at the rate sheet and that you know what you're paying. You may also need to pay in cash. It's always a good idea to have Mexican pesos when you come to Mexico. In port, they will take dollars, but you're probably getting a worser exchange rate, and they're probably not going to bargain with you quite as much. If you're going to use an ATM, I want you to use an ATM at a bank and not just one out in the middle of a street somewhere. If you're going to the Santiago Peninsula by taxi, that ride is probably going to cost you $3 to $6, which is 50 to 100 pesos. If you're really feeling adventurous and you want to save money, take a bus. The cost is about 10 pesos, cash only, and you're going to look for either Miramar or Centro. Those are the two places you would want to go. And if you are just looking for a low-key day with some good Mexican culture, just take a walk down the Malecon. This is the boardwalk that lines the ocean front and goes directly from the pier in both directions. It is filled with sculptures, art, little shops and huts with everything from massage to jewelry to clothing, refrigerator magnets, souvenirs, you name it, they've got it here on the Malecon.
No me echen la culpa a mí por tener la esperanza de un mundo sin sufrir.
So here you are. Now what should you actually do? If you're a beach lover, I've got two beaches for you. You've got two adjacent bays, and it's going to take you a little minute to get out to them, but very worth it. Beach lovers, you want to head to Playa Audiencia. That is the calm beach tucked into a little cove on the Santiago Peninsula. But if you're looking for a little more action, then Playa Miramar is probably your spot. They're going to have bigger waves and great for surfing, with a handicraft market right on its shores. Okay, history buffs, you want to take a taxi out to Zocalo. That's with a Z. You want to go to the main plaza, and it's about 15 minutes away by car. Okay, those of you old enough to remember bathing suits and braided hair running down the beach, Bo Derek in movie 10, that was filmed here. The Las Hadas Resort is a little bit away from the port, again, a 15-minute taxi ride, but we'll bring back all the memories of those white Moorish buildings and that beautiful beach. Bo might not be there, but you could be. You can even get a pass for a day to go to the resort and use their swimming pool and beach, so have the whole experience. Everything except the Dudley Moore part. That's going to give you that old world Mexican feel with colonial architecture and great people watching.
But if you stay here on the Malecon, there's still plenty to do. Keep your eyes out. There is fresh seafood everywhere. Treats, snacks, and shops. And this was a special gentleman shucking oysters on the side of the boardwalk, and you can purchase and eat them right there on the spot.
And for cruise passengers who've bought too many souvenirs, they've got an option for you here as well. For 900 pesos, you can bring home a new suitcase.
People of Manzanillo are proud of their city, and they have embraced tourism and are using that to better their lives. The city has a long history as a hard-working fishing port. But like many parts of Mexico, you may find that it still feels poor in some places. Like many countries, you will still find people struggling to survive. I'm always amazed that even in difficult circumstances, you find people, programs, and initiatives designed to make life better. Be a part of that while you're visiting this city, instead of avoiding the difficult parts. Embrace them and help them.
So no matter what time of year you're here, bring and wear more sunscreen than you thought you might use. It's hot out here and the sun is usually shining. You're going to want to have some protection. Also, same vein, water. If you don't have some, get some from the ship and bring it out with you. If not, buy bottled water while you're here in town. There's lots of kiosks and places to do that, but you don't want to get dehydrated or have any kind of a heat problem while you're here. Go over some fundamental, just good sense rules for any port, but it might be especially true here. We talked about sunscreen. We talked about water, staying hydrated. Don't forget blue flag rules. You only want to swim where there are blue flags. The Pacific has really interesting tides, and what looks like a calm sea may not be quite as calm as it looks, so you want to make sure there's lifeguards on duty. You want to stay in the central areas. There are concerns about Colima, which is the state that Mexico is in, and there are some travel advisories, although Manzanillo has been designated a safe space. So stay in Manzanillo, Zocalo, stay in the touristed areas. You're going to be okay. Travel with a buddy, keep your eye out, and just be watchful. I found the people to be incredibly friendly. An hola and a buen dia got me everywhere. And we would continue with the advice we give. No matter what port you're in, don't carry all of your credit cards with you. Don't wear expensive jewelry. Carry a copy of your passport unless you are required to have your passport for a stamp of some purpose. But in Mexico, that won't be the case. You're free to get on and off without your passport. So just have a picture of it in your phone. Make sure that your purse or bag, whatever you're carrying cash, is in a secure place and not just hanging from a single shoulder or easy to cut off. There was a really terrific police and armed guard presence at the port, so I think that made us feel safer rather than in any danger. In fact, they were very friendly and would get out of the way if they saw us taking pictures or something like that. But we're just there to have a presence that said you're safe and you're cared for, and Mexico is happy to have you visiting. Thanks for joining us. You're here with us on Cruise Ports, and we hope that we'll see you on some of our other port videos.
Sin sufrir y más cumbia